Hello, what is up fellow weebs, I'm your host Jan, and today we're gonna be having a look at 7 anime shows where the main character is ridiculously overpowered. Well, nowadays there are a lot of shows with the main character being broken and people making tons of videos on it, so why not and make a video myself. Also, I haven't listed the shows that are popular or just recommended by other content creators, so feel free to stick around till the end, so by the end of the video you can check these shows out and tell me in the comments that you loved it or not. Starting off with number 7, we have the anime Death March. So the story follows a 30-year-old man named Sato who was done debugging the game, and little did he know, when he tried to rest a little bit, he was transported to the game he was working on in the magical fantasy world where he has the powers to call meteors down the earth, as with Sato shown as a younger version of himself in this world where he literally wipes out an army of lizard men completely with the same meteorite ability, which does helps him boost his other physical strength. Well, there was no way to wake up to reality for our boy, so he sets his sights on the adventure in this magical world, which was really fun to watch. Well, of course, followed by a lot of cute girls tagging along with the main protagonist. Next up in number 6, we have the anime Demon Lord Retry. So the story follows the main character Kunai Hakuto getting transported to another world with broken abilities and powers, as a man literally one-shots the so-called Demon Lord, which was causing havoc in the town. The show is pretty boring and bland, but the main character was the only thing that made me watch the whole show, where just to witness his OP strength was enough to carry this whole show along with some cute ladies, so you know how worth it really is to check it out. Next, coming up at number 5, we have the anime Assassin's Pride, a show where the main character is a badass samurai of a kind with ridiculous feats, which grasped my attention towards the show itself. We have Kufa Vampire as the main character of this show, where he was the one who was hired to train a princess named Angel Melida to manifest her mana from the Angel family, and as for the thing with being a mentor, he had his own ulterior motives lurking behind his job, which was to assassinate the same princess that he had to train if he finds out that she doesn't possess any mana. Well, as for the animations, it has my 9 out of 10 review, and if you're one of the people who enjoy watching anime for the animations, then this one is really for you. Next up, in number 4, we have the anime I've Gotten Somehow Stronger When I Improved My Farming Related Skills. The story follows a young man named Alwayne who aims to be a top-notch farmer and has refined his farming skills and finally reached the max level. Although, after that he had plans for being a farmer for all of his lifetime, but because of a turn of events, his stats gets buffed exponentially, making him way stronger than he was before. He just shuts down a dragon with a mere carrot in the first episode, so who knows how strong he really is. The story is kind of unique according to the first episode, and the show is still airing, so I can't rate it well, but don't miss out on the show to know where it leads to and prove me wrong that it deserves this number 4 in this list. Finally, in number 3 in the list, we have the anime The Eminence in the Shadow. Believe me or not, great heroes and diabolic villains are the types of characters that most people long to be, but not our boy Kageno. He aims to be a mastermind behind it all, you know, pulling strings and having his conspiracies drive the entire story. Well, in his previous life, he wasn't able to achieve his goals of being the Eminence in the Shadow, as Kageno pretends to be just nothing more than a side mob character who lurks in the shadows. He also recruits members to his organization with fake story with the name of Diabol's Cult, which was really funny and hilarious to watch. In number 2, we have the daily life of the Immortal King. Well, for a Chinese anime, it really performed well in the story parts as well as the animations. And due to this, many people are starting to watch Chinese anime even though it's a little bit odd to watch and listen to the characters talking in Chinese. The show's animations are very similar to the ones in Japanese, and the 3rd season of the show is still airing with a lot of hype in the community, so I really don't have to say anything about this show. And also, don't miss out on this opening song when you're at it, as I know you guys will enjoy it. Finally, in number 1, we have the anime I'm Quit Heroing, a show that will keep your eyes wide open with an astonishing hero named Leo who can easily repel Academia, the Demon Lord's army, thereby saving the world. But instead of gratitude or admiration by the nation, Leo receives hatred by his own people, and the same people fear that Leo's overwhelming strength may eventually cause humanity's demise. As a matter of fact, if you're wondering, Leo was not an ordinary human to possess this kind of strength, but he was an artificial human created by the humans themselves way back in the time. And now that he has lost a place where he can call it home and his objective, Leo tries to help Demon Lord army to rebuild Academia's army once more by pulling some strings without the Demon Lord realization. And above all, all else. However, Leo wants to accomplish one goal, which was to learn why Academia started the war in the first place. Well, that will be it for today's talk about which anime is the best among the 7 containing OPMC. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't yet and want more anime recommendations like this one, and I will meet you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe and watch on Jinjin Rakan.